se enye yu we yemene wa enu nti ye bidi aboa no na wonso uye bidi aboa na Ghana nkanko ne mpunto ye hwe ni mo no yensa atumi aka nwumre memo wakwaba ediba Paece 104.3 sekasamu no edoso radio stations na edoso pa na nso odo de no ato Paece 104.3 na obeka ye ho na ye di Ghana nkomo radio stations adwumadie mu somuo na mato apete Ghana amono ne achirichiri ne bencheye na ebiedu Ghana fo nyina boboano no yedamase pa nwubre na monsoso a mo be join ni wo Facebook no so no monso a yedamase na monsoso a mutie moaje bre na dwumadie mu ne yedie no monso yedamase papa na dwumadie wo ka ho bi ene hyema enu nti abodwefo kire omadwen no na nsoso kire wadwen na wadwen kire no wo de fa Facebook Paece 104.3 obeko Facebook no so na wahwehwe Paece 104.3 obeko na nkomotwetwe na ye live ho wadwen kire na wo de atum ebetomu ye beje bre na yakenkan edi amawo enye sanso WhatsApp line no 0556 700 700 0556 700 700 wo de fa hono so na ebetomu a ye beje bre na yakenkan de amawo ye pa chew so de fa Facebook no so a enfam fa WhatsApp no so wo de fa WhatsApp no so a na wa manaka hono mo ansa fa nkoto Facebook no so se na ebe ni bitima kenkan dodo na no me kire adwenkire no na ye di amamo na ensema dabo mo so anwumre ye bedi ho nkomo enie enka na Ghana mampanyini John Dramani Mahama opanyini ne etu franka edi amachini nyamonyoko NDC opanyini kire se Ghana fo sanya ne mugidie biem na Ghana fo to oba edemano a ene enhyehyɛ yahodo ori begu apono so na niam atimi ani adane ewo mayimu no emu bi ene 24 economy na 24 economy no say say yenkomotwetwe a yedi ni baabi a mrese bedwa fie yedi ho nkomo konkoni ase yedi ho nkomo taxi yedi ho nkomo trotrom yedi ho nkomo NDC di ho nkomo NPP nso edi ho nkomo 24 hour economy na 24 economy no ne nan yegina so no yedi he die pa na 24 economy no egina so protocol no mo say keepless no yedi nya anwumre ye bedi ho nkomo 25 economy na wadwen kire wo ho no wo de fa Facebook no so ne betum ye bekenkan wo de fa WhatsApp line so so na betum ye bekenkan na aba ye nhyehyeye se niam dodo na ye kra edifra mo no ne beye baku aduonu mienu ani achi wo de tabo no to so o ma ho kwa me ye nkra famfira mo no ne biem aba tiri mo pone se sa na ma ne bi ho no ye bi wo Ghana enu ntini ye ma mo no ne de ne ba na wo na wo ye bi wo Ghana no e de aho kire ba won so enti ye de tabo no tom no ne de no so be ma ho kwa ma Ghana de no wona wo ye e na ne bu Ghana no wona dwuma tumi anyini enu nti na aban de tabo no to ne ma yi so na ne ma duonu mienu ne bi ene emo cement ye nkrabi mfamfira mo no ne mabiem say ye Nigeria o say Africa say ye nkrabi mabiem entakramoa coastal de no ye nkrabi fam ma o mai mu biem afi ne kwakura mo no ye muade na manama no ne ye tadidi TZ 2 afi no enu so no aban se o ma ye nkrabi efra mo ne babiem rabo we ni nyama dodo na no e na aban pese odi tabo no to so na anwumre ebedi ho nkomo ebeboa anase mmoa 22 no na nka yenso ne so na ani manimi yeyi ebidie yemane mbra na de aka ne mfa tabo no to so ana yemfa tabo no to nyina so na bre ban po e na san hyehyɛ aban odi ba ebeboa Ghana fo na aboa aban na nwuma so a yede ba beboa wo no aboa won so ye brebe na nke beboa we ni nsema nwumri ye da boma so ebedi ho enkomo Ghana ni a wutie Paece enkomo twetwe wo ka ho bi wadwen kyere na da fa Facebook no so Paece 104.3 betum ya kenka de mawo enye san so a WhatsApp line no 0556 700 700 betum ya kenka de mawo penfu anwumri won be kan yensa na ye no mo atwetwe nkomo ewura paragraph boache dankwa wakasa edema aban ya ba ya mamu na bamba ho nsemu a opanyini watena se ne betwetwe nkomo ofri MPP aban mu eneba owura godo na kogan so Deputy National Communications Officer edema NDC opanyini so ba be kan yensa nwumre ye betwetwe nkomo na ansana no ye nu owura Jefferson Kwamena Saki opanyini hwe ne musa de wa Blekuma Central beto aba ediama no na otima kwakọ gina wona namu ewo mrase bedwa fie opanyini so nwumre ye ne betwetwe nkomo na ye bisa ne se ne so de hunu ne tirimupo ene san edema de hia ewo Blekuma Central edi ti eno susu sa de hye Blekuma Central to aba emfa ema na nwumre obekan yensa be bisa ne wenyina na yahwehwe enkomo na me se enkomo twetwe wo ka ho bi eno nti wadwen kyere o de bai bekenkan edi amawo empenfo ayeboa na nwumre de platform ye da besom wo Patricia Sefa Fisher e ka ho bi Elizabeth Jean ne ka ho bi Samuel Apia Prince Bafo Asama Heriminka ena Mansadat menso me ka ho bi de cardinal na ya Kesseh watena se MTA twa ye ho aba ye ba the platform ye de wa be so mo ha ye Paece 104.3 nyi wa fidie ni free ha ye twa ho aba sisi ya
the platform apraman ani apani pompa yiso the platform the cardinal nana yaw Kesseh sonsontwe sontwi asonsentwe ani nsentwitwi a ekọ batako braman esinokoso ato apetia mantemfi asansa krokotiako the platform sunie asisi nkonnwa asisi adwa ama trankonwa trenufo a bra nana yaw Kesseh the cardinal tiadwam ewo Paece 104.3 FM so the platform odoso puo ha ade doso ensempudio mu amanyosam abrabom nsam asetrem nsam ani amansa hodo so nsam ani se wuduo bia de a ani ne hia na ya Kesseh the cardinal woni na pamfo our the platform dwumadie so wo Paece 104.3 FM adwada ni ukwada nwumre biada efri no nwotwekopim nondu the platform wo Paece FM ensam asisie de aba de akro ani de yatia ni de yehunu ni nyina ne ne wudi na apreto ani ne sombi na yensiai na banu so a emia the platform chire wadwene bi Ghana ya my Ghana
Batana, Yamieshra no da Wamanu near my penny nala, now I'm no do. Eyasa se Batana, Empe Oku, Egia Hoku Eni, Negi Babias Yasubia. India Seminole said, Yasum Gane, Anya Sapa, Dachin Chirima, Eva Bewoyan.
Abusia, Munyana Joy Medamasi, Samudia Fidena to has a Paece 104.3. Na utie Jumedia FM the platform. Unim say the platform Jumedia Bro Jwada. Any ukwade bi abrano ngo twekase bono akọ na wiye. Medaman sadata se. Ono ene bi ekwemu ansana me soso me ba beto aso yi. Mpanifo ahihye na me de ho chiame Patricia Sefa Fisher. Elizabeth Jean Prince Bafo Asamoah Asew. Konongu Jakchan. Samuel appear Henry Kwesi Minka ena afi man Sadat omna ahihye ena me di ho chiama munyina adwo eda masepa se nenso so modi afidie no ato ha sei se de Sadat kan ye no Jefferson Kwame Nasaki o hwe nimu se Ablekuma Central for se moti ase de mutumi hye ne nsa ono so daache bia obekwa kugina Ablekuma Central for anemu na wa prese kunwan se omna hye bedwani enwere yi ne Jefferson Kwame Nasaki twetwe nkomo na eno achi miami nua Pelgrave boache dankwa ono so wase nyame ya adomo a ebuakwa no fofo mo so mo hwe nanim na Pelgrave boache dankwa se obeba ebuakwa north yakase the government spokesperson for governance and security ono so hopeful ebuakwa north her name say Godwin Akogan our deputy communication officer deputy national communication officer NDC and so ebaba beka yehona yatwetwe enkomo ni nyina na yakabu ma yatudin the platform enwumre yede ebrewo ewo Paece 104.3 na ansa na me Jefferson betwetwe enkomo no eneme Kosra Father Campbell hey nipa bi watu hu achewu me Kosra Father Campbell ewo Leposorium ho baby a otie wo McCarthy ho no na mkoye na behwe niema papa na ye ene niema nkomo kakra oni mi diye o me ne Father trans be ye at least be 40 minutes na me ni adaje nti nkomo be 40 minutes ene ade ena na ne plans a owo ema Leposorium ho ena afi adwuma nkai bi susu a oye e Ghana ha brempo o wa homigie mu se Roman sofo no na akono but Father na this ready to manim e ma me so make share no boss sa this ready no me ya ama no o se Leposorium ho no o person o si kitchen edema lepers no se be ya omo ankasa benya baabi na omatimi anoa aduane nkakra ene ade na enunti esi skani ho skadi bi ni ho enyame ya adomo a Christ the King Christ the King Hall or cantonments kwasiada ebe enwumre no num pepepe ono mo ye musical concert a yedi raise fans na yedi esi kitchen ede ama lepers ne sebe ya ombetimi anya baabi ano a wonum aduane na mo amonim se Father Campbell de oba Ghana waye adwuma Father Campbell kana se monya Ghana ni o waye hoho waye Roman software SVD na watu ne ho nyina si wo so nde na sofudie mu nyina na odbehwa akwatafo mo browafo ene omo a ebi eni wonsam enti nyame ya no a kwasiada ebe Winneba Youth Choir ena nwumre no num pepepe omo bedi concert nanim na kakra yebenya waase no yede aboa leposarium kitchen no a okwakosi ede aboa wo mo no ze afada wa ahomegem wo ma yi nyina ya moa no na ono so emmoa yen o se sebia opese omano momobi ana bibi kakra wo nsem na abetimi de aboa fada amande asi kitchen no e de ama lepers na 0243 326643 0243 326643 eno edi abehu na aye Andrew Campbell eno ene number ye de beboa lepers no we a special project enti moma yemwa se be ya lepers no so onu benya baabi na omudi omuti ato Father Campbell nyame enka ho Ghana da wase se odi ha ye ofie na oboa ya kwania se nyina eso the platform e ba sesia
so bring baby abwa Ghana na Ghana be yo eyo e flame no aro so bring baby abwa Ghana na Ghana be yo eyo e flame no aro mi mangana adeshe mama mama mumini swe mama ye fe bia ku ye ni odo e fa so mi ye meni na o meni ye yakasara japadea ya nana no di abebre se gede to ho maye enti aseme na use yesu gana yiye anya sabe da chinchiriba beba be mu ye mfo minia.
President Akufo-Addo and his administration have failed to address the pressing economic challenges they have exerted on the people of our country, misapplying our precious, scarce resources and overspending on their creature comforts and largesse instead of building the critical infrastructure this country needs for job creation and development. Their promises during their campaigns have not been fulfilled, leaving the ordinary Ghanaian burdened with the consequences of their incompetence, cluelessness, and shameless arrogance. Today, some Ghanaians glorify and make excuses for corruption because the MPP has allowed it to permeate every facet of our society. This must never be accepted as the norm. It hinders progress on many fronts, denying our youth of opportunities that should have come their way if state resources were meaningfully applied. We cannot afford to let this dire state of affairs continue. Registering and acquiring a voter ID card to vote in the December 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections is not just a basic civic duty, it is an obligation. As a people, our starting point to effect real change in our country is to register and vote. You and I have a collective responsibility to use our votes wisely, to hold our leaders accountable, and demand the change we desperately need. It is the surest way to secure our democracy. As young people, we must hold immense power in our hands. The upcoming limited voter registration exercise by the Electoral Commission is therefore an opportunity to start the process towards making your voices heard and shaping the future of our dear country, Ghana. Your vote in 2024 will symbolize your desire for a better Ghana, a determination to overcome the challenges we face, and your commitment to help build the Ghana we want together. A Ghana that guarantees you, your children, your siblings, and our unborn generations a brighter, sustainable future with well-paying jobs. But that will only happen when you acquire a voter's ID card and cast your vote for the NDC in that crucial election on December 7th, 2024. I wish to add my voice to those who have called on the EC to reconsider its decision to restrict the registration exercise to its district offices only. Acquiring a voter ID card affirms one's right to vote, and access to a voter ID card should be easy and not limited by location. Every Ghanaian deserves the chance to exercise this democratic right. I strongly urge the Electoral Commission to facilitate the registration exercise in all its electoral areas to allow for easy access and a reduced burden on the citizenry in their quest to register. I challenge the Commission to be more transparent with the processes preceding the start of the limited voter registration exercise, the replacement of voter ID cards, and the transfer of votes. As has been requested in a formal letter to the Commission by the General Secretary of the NDC, we want to know when the names and pictures of the registration supervisors, registration officers,
I was informed the can catch him say Jefferson Kwame Nasaki Evertranasena Yana Natrin Como Ablekuma Central Constituency or Sedachim Biasia Hino for Mutana Senamo de Mutumishan and Sa Obey Juman Nawasomo Omeyemura Nemo Baba Shomo say Mumnashe Bebeni Jefferson Wofiha Ameno Etrin Como Jeff Majo
Binia
now what to say
Adomwa Michia ne etiefu nyina nwumrei
ene etiefu ajo
so me hwe sira wo sira na chese bibi pa akoso
o ho na em nwanwa
enye nwanwa
ejuma mboko de
bibi aboko. In fact there's been some delays basically na me me nkrofo latabi okoshifo one of the electoral areas are your constituency Ablekuma Central ena enyumrei eja chinchin many omoko kasae. The reasons why are Saturday about 2 year ebe koso ewo ye party mu ewo orphan constituencies are unfortunately yeah orphan constituencies. Yes, of course. Saturday ya ebe
what is happening next week
debi and then yechine ya asem ne yakan
ene we dey afama say akotom Saturday.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. Tinoja chinchin no doso ubia the message of echo me dia no a message of hope. Okay. Me de ekoma the various electoral areas. My last set of rounds I may no matune din the last push. Sebe mako abusu kai mako mumwete mako gbotwi enyumrei na me call atabio koshi nyame adomo a ochina meko adwambu na minimum brook fu ewie nyame adomo a Wednesday ya ebe.
Oh, I see. That is so far to say.
Metimi aka say so far so good. Your constituency, when him say it's one of the most important constituencies in the Greater Accra region. Anytime biya abuso kan for a day one more support bema your party, the New Patriotic Party, no also who say na just say ye din kunimu ano no. Unfortunately, in the last election, no answer nkuyi amayensa tina ye nyina ye bo pro ye de your message echo. Send ye beya ye bitumi your polling station executives womo ye sia hene etu ahene for no womo tumi make the right choice, the right decision to choose the right candidate. Obitumi ni Honorable Abdul Dan Latif sieni nyame adoma 2024 no wetumi winning elections no ama the New Patriotic Party for the 5th time. In fact, o share your records MPP you craft 4 titles you winning your friends MPship no 4 times and NDC phones so winning no 4 times into ye you could break 4. Into no the breaking of the 4 no you need much more formidable candidates into no many delegates kasa senya ubisa say ko yedia when him say John Yokai or if you delegate but at the same time I think say will message resonate well with them na say ko mumu na say wo tiase na so to me speak your language na say be nye ade a wa hyeda and I say o pretend ya, they would always take the right decision and choose you as their candidate. That is the hope that I have.
Okay. Enti obi a otie ye na nwumre every Ablekuma Central Constituency. Edi enti na sese nipa no koto aba memenda esese ye Jeff na nyobia.
Yo, I'm say your constituency no your constituency bia obia ewo ho. Make say obia you feel central region, you feel the northern part of our country. Voltarians wo ho, Asantefo, Kofo wo ho, especially ko abusu kan areas na. Into no near at the frontier was here to me eto aba Emma Jeff and say sabi you Jeff ni background in terms of the capabilities, the strengths. Politics now a war Ablekuma Central Constituency. Now one of the key things are your human relations, because sabi Ablekuma Central Constituency for all kinds of people level ho oko Latebia Koshiwa a doctor for ho abuso kind spare parts dealers association oko adwembua nurses ye teachers ne ade nyina wo ho into the representation of a candidate obi to me edi wo monim candidate and the vision greater and stronger saying any other sebe candidate waba Ablekuma Central Constituency no very key no na sebe me de message no echo sebe ejuma me ye constituency no even as a candidate and as even as a member of the New Patriotic Party, especially at the delegates level, no, dia here. Over the constituency level, so sebe kwala ye bua womo eco school, womo yema womo scholarship, eco abruchiri, womo ye bua womo yema womo sika womo tumidi ye juma. Emma obatampadwe die foto no media ba sebe bua mba in businesses near de ni nyina aka ho na me feel say yenye delegate no mbehwe so no wo elect a new leader for our political tradition ewa Ablekuma Central Constituency. One of the very key things you lucky with your constituency and everybody will tell you, and they say we have very deplorable road networks uko New Russia and all those places. Your candidate oba obetumi aye very good lobbyist obetumi ediamayen your constituency no your candidate sebe nyamisro wonimu ahobrasie wonimu, because we share human relations are very very key our politics here sabi wo ho na sabi umbu polling station executives are feel very insulted in one way or the other, and no sa nyema we nyina ye nyema me feel say we be putting it together now we taking into consideration say emre we ya ye kwa akoto aba we sa ba ma we ene betumi ene ye di enim na yakodi nkunim. The other key thing, any candidate nyame ya adom na se chusu anase ye electe ye candidate one ne kwakusi akan the NDC candidates no in the last election no sabi na umfi bibia no an se ye hu ya ne say within 3 months na Abdul Dan Latif aba wa ye campaign etumi BTN wo election no wo hwe ne dimi na ne ade a manfo be catch say oba ye nya di on sheda anya bibia be papa bia wa Ablekuma Central Constituency mu eno chair say in one way or the other no the people of our constituency are crying out loud for a leader who would think more of the welfare of the people. Talk of welfare, under one of the key policies amaye Ablekuma Central Constituency the Jefferson Care Welfare Support Program a year for polling station executives for a start. Mape sika kakra ye dia to ho ama all 7 electoral areas ebua ye welfare ekuo bia wodom kuo na se opese kuo no koso a ye entoboa anase contributions kakra ye nyina ye say at the end of every month we 10 cedis, 5 cedis, 20 cedis ebeto ho se ne be ya obi ho kire no within the society and as an organization yetumi enya sika kakra amano no me committee an amount of 70,000 Ghana cedis na I say each electoral area no get the 10,000 Ghana cedi welfare support program eko shemu ma constituency level polling station executive level womu nyina ekeka womu sisi a eye biba na say contribution and shedam bakrana we are able to fall back on those your friend is saying welfare funds no say na be ya betumi e de aboa ye ho enkakra nti me sure say sanema we nyina nti e na Ablekuma Central constituency. First of all, MPP polling station executives ebe hwe na wo mato aba Saturday ya ebe.
I see. Now, beyond Sanyama Wabubosui, Ebia de Wakanyina, we back say, oh, now between I and Kadada, now owning in Aden, Wanya, Fia, Bepus, and our ye, Ede Ama, and this idea we unse. I'm for our doubts kakra about promises, yeah, especially as far as a year. During that time we say no at the end of my Jefferson the ubia uti behuni say a yes ronko efri near omate dada nada da mutate no Jefferson was hard track record no say ono de no a yes ronko.
Of course, because sabi anya ne na ye share side dwumadie yase ya de a ya sha ase dada just say edubre bia e wo say to me formalizing niema and I say we make no as part of a system. Say unni kuomu and I say if you are not the reality very important. I also a line and say many workers say miankasa menye polling station executive. You know, but the constitution of the party states very clearly, say as long as you're a card-bearing member of the party, say be any MPP for you polling station executives. Polling station executives need a year and only a strong year selection near the any who one beto aba ama leadership of the party. Ejuma we ejuma mesha si enyende sebe within the constituency one more mabua one more eco scholarships sebe school fees are yetua hospital bills are yetua ni adini nyina. These things have always been part of me, but as long as you are now representing a political tradition opese political tradition no only sa enyama we no e was say we institutionalize no. Otherwise there's no need to institutionalize a thing sebi we are no debia we are no dada sisi no me streamline no because a bigger project amewo minyaya enkanyami ye nyina no yebetumi I expand no at the constituency level, and I think say with the time you know ebebam. The reality is that a member of parliament, with him say MP parliament honum ran yakoshe. But at the same time, if you're a good lobbyist, if you're a good negotiator, you are able to get a lot of things to your constituents. Media may create and states example all the time. Sabi enye NDC for buying a waso. But uko at some areas sabi enye MPP strongholds NDC strongholds krana those development be adding cost for those areas. It is usually because of the lobbying skills and our powers MP no wo hono and as a relationship MP ni wo hono one ebia aban ewo ebia nimpedi for more ministers near the relationship and very important I know emasa enema we nyina eye adwuma into know the reality. And they say, Njumani be briwa, a idea yasha see dada, track record no ho. It cannot just be say, and then your china and a sebi, a juma we, a idea yasha see dada. Nana.
A idea yasha see dada, Ablekuma Central for Mudie, any Jefferson, Kwamena Saki, or say, Nyami Adma Memenda Ebe. Moko akoto aba monhwe mobananim Jefferson Kwame Nasaki na monfa mutumi Jeff oda no bazai
hu yeah ballot no me da see ho number 4
asie ho
so ka asie ho de ho so de eja
kofo de ba
na BBC
kofo de ba power
exactly 2000 okaya na asie ho na yeah now I'm saying politics no ko da asie ho na a very good luck ma Bible cracker. The first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first. And so I'm very hopeful. Say I see Hona make Odano a year. Because ballot na you know. Many last person now may pick him idea. To be picked here so number 4. And I'm so we DM say divine or one and Kupon Pesa Miche.
But answer a meje or pattern wet crown or Sana more utui. A dear pa no motivating factor. Then a show grind, and then a drive home. Say, ever throw honorable. Now, your friends say, Okaka see, Mokaka send the will be crowded. Eno the show cry.
Debbie,
I'm for ye the internet over. And dear partner show cry up to Sana Mowi.
Unim say various factors. One, the plight of my people. I feel say Sabia Hunchria a war Ablikuma Central constituency no. Nyamia Boame onim yesi baby. I was say means so repawe muno between Ebwa me constituent for. Secondly, basically an inspiration menya over the years from my boss and Ameka Bossa, the president of the Republic, Nana Adudankwa Akufo-Addo. And I own say na in some tro if we do menu nyina na eye. Ewo Joy FM multimedia and do radio no.
We na ujaye. We jamina ujaye.
Devi. Ejuma enemy call.
We na ujaye.
Ejuma enemy call foreign ministry. See from the foreign ministry no ena eja me join a campaign trail of 2008. Obekaya na next diarrhea na me year across the country near there. But I think say president ne will power ne na hon din na hoke ka odi ne juma in the area of politics no ena influence me hwesenia oye juma onda thinking about the people when it's na cabinet meetings mo senia oye very dedicated and very passionate about getting things done in the country and in various constituencies across the country and only one of the key things are motivating me because sabi leadership no idea ehu hia wo hwe una sa oti area bi na se enema enko yie na se wo hwe se yankopon anyway see a obetumi aboa won crofo a it is very important say we take up this leadership role and support your people. I mean the 1992 constitution here a new patriotic party and a fighting for it, and being part of this political tradition, various people have actually influenced this journey. But to be Samia Metumia say it is the plight of our people, to try as much as possible to put things in place in Ablikuma Central constituency, and also to be able to win the seat so that we are able to keep it for quite some time. We share history at Ablikuma Central constituency. Maybe I am focus a swing seater mean pesemejedi because abra ura CS crab so no okay 1996 elections are call CS crab we need around 2008 and yakopon to nsa 2008 na yakopon to nsa frɛ no owule ura ukule norte ebedi so for some time keep seat on 3 different consecutive elections and no will say this is an area if we are able to get formidable candidates, right candidate, we'll be able to keep the seats for quite some time now. Into that notion of a swing seat, and so I'm sure and very confident say elections polling station executives able make the right choice and the right decision.
Okay, enti oman for ye die omo hia asem ye wasem
enwa
and omo dadwen ye dadwen
exactly
eno ne ade a ehye unkuran pa
yes
sebra
yes enwa no because we hwe hwa schools wo ho hospitals are sebi wo ho nshedan ye enough very important say betumi expand no yes we must say sebi parliament basically law na ukako make ukako pass laws basically, but the role of a member of parliament is to communicate, to make laws, and in doing that important say ube hwe won crofo a wudi wo munim adia ehia wo mo na wetumi pass laws a ebetumi aboa wo constituents so at the same time.
Jeff, the wakan nyina ma record at home.
Oh, bra. Na unim say emsa me by meja wo meka mu my year manifesto a media ma me delegates no the new energy agenda, a manifesto of hope for NPP delegates in Ablikuma Central constituency. Sebi and to kwana ye kono in 2 phases. The first phase say only polling station executives for bekasa na oma to abamao and only we are na drain the next phase ho no the larger populace Ablikuma Central constituency, but you need a framework would be ma delegates won be hwem no man who say yes ura we sebe unimde okaso be ya dia waka so be yen se waka keke or there are 2 people so maka kyerɛ me nkurɔfoɔ sɛ wei ɛyɛ social contract a mene wɔn sign bibia wo paper so nti nyɛ sɛ mabɛtena radio so a mekasa kɛkɛ na apase kɛkɛ daabi adeɛ a mede ato cartaa so a nyame yɛ adom na sɛ wɔn to aba ma me a bibia ɛwɔ saa me manifesto no mu yɛbɛtumi execute with great timelines.
Na me pese me ka o keke san se ya record ato de adwuma se me ne wa na na ewom enti no nyame ya wadom na se omanfo tie usufre na om de ma wo a da obeba ha se ya ye bebo playback amount
mate
na wa hwe se de wo kan ne ba bia wo nam no se hwa na wo nam a edu ha mamon ka se bon gazi ya muso aluta why
David not at all.
Okay me pese me kan messages dawson but me kan trepe I say good evening Nana Kesseh Jefferson Saki Nana Kuya mo about maka to say jai sadi we make I want to ask greetings to Jefferson Saki and tell him I am around so he should look for me. Why? All the best in his endeavors. Fred Che Mensa Freddie Ma or say
Freddie man
Amisco Spelele in Kaswa says undoubtedly Jefferson Kwame Nasaki is the right choice and he will make Ablikuma Central work again. #Jefferson Saki Ebeba. No the Amisco so free Kaswa Eba. Please Cardinal, greet Jefferson Saki for me. And Kama Foster Chim Ayirbi. Tell him I am solidly behind him. Hi. Yeah, boys were from more train. Boys know from power more train. Anyway, in the last 2 minutes, anyway, Mamintinia, Opesa Oka, na Kabi Bichere, Ablikuma Central for Nafi, Yafan Common Brand.
Yo, Ablikuma Central delegates a war of Snow Kukroko Party, NPP mo. So Saturday, Kwakotwa Bay, a great decision making for our party. Meti Paece FM ha pamocho se moko box no ma mon kaime munua kotwa Jefferson Kwame Nasaki modamfo sebe constituency yenim problems e wom yenim challenges e wom yenim say your constituency a new patriotic party na oba power ode enema etutu ye enti no ye kwen so no yemfa candidate a sebe ye koton no ama amanfo se wo monto a ebeye easy amayen na ya ton media debia me kase the electoral college a Ablikuma Central constituency say at this time the difference a war between 2016 and the 2020 elections in 2016 you winning with about 6,000 vote difference. By 2020 elections no near loses 6,000 in NDC for the 204 votes per in the BT and not sure say so utumi fa candidate or ye very appealing obetumi akati across
2020 na why na so
honorable Ebenezer Nina Nati
Ebenezer Nati
yes okay, yes okay, but you to me you lose unfortunately until me feel say you to me present a candidate obetumi appeal even to the opposition NDC obetumi actually NDC for voter obetumi aboa your party pa se ne be ya our quest to break the 8 with Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Baumiano obetumi aye possible. Na me odidie pa se moto aba Emma Jefferson Kwame Nasaki a saa nkunimdie na New Patriotic Party yehwehwe no yebenya ewa Ablikuma Central constituency.
Jeff, I wish you well.
Me da se na yo.
Ya me adum after me da yebekasa.
Yebese akasa.
Why?
Me da se.
Ya me nka homa me nja na no delegates no nkoye final touches no.
Me da se.
O we no ye stretch home stretch home enti wanye we no a no great me ma. Eni ma fa wase kona ko to aso. Pegrave dem ne nya mo e ho nkomo sisia because no de o January. Pegrave mo de is January 23rd on.
January 20th.
20th
yeah.
All the time when you do be bro nya crans.
But obebo kapa o. Obeto bro nya kuko nyina.
Made the Pope. Over 20 years school fees, no one will be home. Jefferson Kwame Nasaki and Afi Pelgrave watch it Danka. Pelgrave the Onkoi, or no man about church come Jefferson and no, but Jan Kwan say Uncle to an Juma. So the platform and was so good so out here, and from an eye Kesseh, over to me from the Cardinal. You may have Martinez, say, Jimmy Johnson, the art. Na and somewhere fa Ghana ho ene ye babbo ho nkomo me twen me da so twen me nua Godwin Akogan say obeba be transe na yabo enkomo but ansa na Godwin ebeba no memenda ade ke ya wi pa o na me nim say second day next week crowd say me nda we ya ewurade ne ntina me nua ma no mani abre mi so yi anwum awie me ho na me nua ba ma me fu akoto odika frɛ me anopa no ana me say afia na te san no si o nyame adom ye pa o si ya na madwuma no nya yo na me say adwuma de he ana say away no we say am say oh my dada my ho adwuma dada na bia ka na menka they say and I'm say the next week no aba na aye last or next week we say okay the next week ben na ma ante ase timi wa ha me be rest studio na cozy so frame me so dem cozy
minim cozy pa
cozy adenta bi
adenta ho aye she pa o
aye
weekend me kondi na makosombo na boys are you wild adenta pa
but guess so asim
hey boys and girls asim
boys are wild but guess asim boys enti me na me say na cozy say no obumbe enti adenta for me nya hypocrite me de ani say ade no me nsie enka me say first na Sarah Adwo Asafo oye me nua ba no ne me candidate odom kwabenya but Adwo ani ye bi ma me dwa no and me ka kire no so Adwo ma dwa ade a wuye ma dwa nti me ndi wachi biom enti ma yi Adwo adi en makwa akofa cozy abehye ma yi Sarah Adwo Asafo adi and as I say me de cozy akosia manu abehye na 90 adenda fo mpamcho mama me nua ba ko na onko parliament mama why momfa cozy enko parliament e mama sanso so na okan kwe north okan kwe north oh hey monso so momfa mama efu akoto enko mama why mama efu akoto ya me kokan ya asma si frame me o me phone a me de misika ato me de misika ato credit aguso me de misika ato charge me de charge no sa be di matam me phone so no amafo akokodu kruma o anyway enti monkai ma mefu akoto mame na monkai cozy akosia manu so mame but paragraph di ono the time nyanso time so a ye be ne de no ho adwuma na boss majo eti say
ya bacho mi chiao enumre mi dase seja party ejuma ne aban ejuma nti ya ba ne ya be pi hanom na message chiao onyonyani incoming doctor which I say chia Ebuakwa North for the good people of Achim Ebuakwa North make sure mo na ye chia so ye the insurance so asayama osaji for am wait for a penny Ebuakwa my ono daya no ye chia no ene jamia kasa mi chrome otafo osaberima piasa do say piasa the fourth no so Michiano na message ya Osaberima piasa de na ese bechia kwabrane mafo chebi hene ahemfo no de omodoso bebre nana medase mechia
okay me nua Godwin Akogan waba Bensura
nana
me nua that is say
nyame adum bia boko
na me yema hye kakra
ai
because
na me say enka no kre me duru fie na me se me chia me ho ade asem ba bra me tie ko nwem na so me tom
na me ko
easy
me say anopai na mti ba bia wote eno a se anopai eno anadwe nya technical yi kakra ndi radio no call off
oh okay
na mti ba bia wote anopai ya na producers no ba ko so the presenter mentions bi brem na menye oba say mada
Masa uye nipa.
Masa.
Uye nipa.
Mabre adai.
Easy.
Nipa na da batu bende. Ebe yi. Eti enyumre da se. Unfortunately, unua kwajo boate we tia ne na echi.
Enye hwe.
We tia ne na echi.
Me ba yeso a me nua so am se me first time me share ni.
Ampa.
Pilgrim.
Na se na o chechi ahemfu na mbabi sa se he no contest.
Ebuakwa North.
Ichi anu ba mo pe.
Now
Ejiano here. Ezo ho amanfo muta wachi. Aha. Enti Miria me mo tru nkwa so me we show well. Say Saturday you on.
Saturday we are.
But maybe they need January.
January. Okay, because there's a certain
stronghold.
Stronghold. Okay. All right.
But Saturday.
Any adwuma no obeya chewo usika my munya den because
say
no incumbent no emiem and I also so time ni nyenri titua na otua ko adwuma be
ba ono so de ni ti anye ni se be ade ne hye no obetua bro nya ade no watua New Year school fees
no watua Easter
ebeba before Easter
and aka too
that otua bro nya ade etua New Year school fees no wi a ansa no ni delegates na kasa so abekasa
bra na onim bibi
David
nyame me enka no kre ho not to be a pick on the NPP but no kre say the cost of running politics it will derail the progress of this nation
and our democracy
because sebe me wo pepa se me pese me besom the moment minya enyi miti no meti me baby me ye de metuma ye aboa party amedo me ye de metumi aye aboa me man wo hwa bonse mrante ni baba wo bi aba yes ye hwewo pa obetumi aye MP se no waboa ye wa ha de ye foa so se ye bediwo echi ye be ankasa be bo chidom
kesa wan kasa de wonka hwe pressure and start to say bana now also start to say wo consider ebedru also about consider omo so me hu bi papa bi wo mu omo pese omo be pia no they are the first people as I say will settle as I say ko hu ahemfo we group bi wa how me strong as say ye ko pe bibi mo ye ko ye say na mpeniam pass mo hu bibi papa bi e wo me mu a why should I go and pay all these groupings and then people with entitlement mentality? Inti by the time I ube siwa juni pi, se me pese me contest elections. One year, na wasa sibia na kwa koton. O dain bia o kwa koton. When we go through all this area, how do you expect me to use my parliamentary friends and salary to be able to gain all this back? Must it be such costly for me to serve my nation as a member of parliament? You see, sometimes the way your polling station executives and the branch executive system is operating. Initially, for you as NDC, you say you be expand it. First, yes, sir, your party as in Crawford Mutuaba, constituency executives branches just secretary and chairman nipa mienu later ye be expanded emma ebe all the 9 branch executives and as a police station executives including all executives at a point in 2016 ye can say all card bearing members of the party can even all with the mindset to say sikechia no ebe ko form and say betumi a year free ho yi the bedding
in other jurisdiction no wa wodi ohun esi ho no and nkrofo e raise funds e dey boa when they believe in your vision ahadie si believe your vision mu o ye believe your vision mu o esese utria ansana wonya bibia opese ujira and it is a problem esese yetumi in fact I don't know how we are going to, I'm just thinking aloud. I don't know how we are going to do it. But Nanaya, it is becoming threatening. Especially at a point, and this one I may narrow down to the last presidential elections. For every person, Sobekaya NDC, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, it we have 40 Ghana cedis for transport. For every aspirant.
Yeah. No, for every delegate.
For every delegate, yes, sorry. For every delegate. Ebe ya asem. Ni enim se yenti bida. Because the party refuse to say open so to about one can find your means of transport. And JM decided say Debbie, as long as ono baba boka abaye ide yemo be a 40 Ghana cedis. Recently Baumiane Ken a contest here 400 Ghana cedis and 300 Ghana cedis per delegate. Usho a size of 206,000 or something delegates. A huge amount of money. In fact, to be sympathetic to Omono, make us say Ebia and Crawford support to Omo. I am just being fair on general course on this topic because it is something that futuristically SSC yeshe. Inti and Crawford support to ISA and Yemawi. Inti se Crawford support ye nom di omusike nyina ebeboa yen ya nana yawo. Otumfo solicite sika yede eko akwakọ rehabilitate G. Say sika we minim say as parent no ankomo opepa say sika we mi rezia anke kwan bi edama koma so a ese no nke betumi de akwakoye ebi akumasi road yi kra ada we pese dualize ye betumi de sika no akwakorem ebi a hospital bi eda akoma so betumi e de rem. But this is the situation when chia won ko enunti no we are forced to share that money amongst delegates.
Scanning amunya wen
Medicare ka say enye bi wo ho a eya na eye one off.
Okay.
Me say sebi impreduasa unime enso so metumi abo apro the whole Ghana. Obi wo ho friend na also akoji 5,000 je 10,000 je 2,000 ebi mu kra ma 200 Ghana cedis say fato nsuo e wo kwan so e na ade. You understand? When it's one off, na say obi because obi a or invest e wo meme campaign mu as a national executive. Onu say nya ade a me ba beche position bi, but ogidie bi e wo memu. Enu nti no almost support kakra. And in fact, so obehwe national elections you know obi abeka kire say I was one of the few people na yemasi campo. And that one apart from the 500 that yedima every constituency 28 people no 500 and no na ma ho odin betu
Oko as deputy communication officer no
I
constituency be am saying
500 Ghana. But you see GD omwo memu no so obi kra and let me, I don't want to mention some constituencies o say
enso chempo
enso che but no crash so e wo me say
asa ombeji other ones no omo de be so
me say medru constituency bi kra na omo so omo ma me nkasa ako o ye nje o hwe to aso kra na o kra na sanke ye contribution kra na nka ye le tofu ogu ka una o de ko. And that was a belief I mean say some had with for me especially in Greater Accra. U bedru baby say Fonsika kra no na wa ha ye nim de obetuma ye Fonsika ko patriotism I say. So when people have that belief now you realize say your expenditure even comes down. Into no yebesre moving forward no obi o ho a oba bepe branch position as a constituency position sabi mimbo obi anim tia de but yenhwe adwuma na eka ho no sometimes proud to elections all the constituencies are busy gidi yeyi parliamentary ewie yeyi friend is saying regional executives yewie national executives ye parliamentary ne presidential o frame meeting crabo say nipa 6 and aba nipa 10 and aba out of 28 minus appointees because bibi any hope you ebe change no it becomes a challenge. You understand?
Wow.
We must learn and then look at the ideology of the party ye nyina ye dom. Whether it is NDC, it is MPP, it is Butterfly, PNC, or whatever. Ideology any day. If I am associating with them, what am I associating with them for? I don't necessarily do when him can. But Mecca no crane say in most cases, any ho. That commitment, say about elections, you can say Obia. When untia would use untumi ntoaba untumi contest gidi ni akwakotu awie ye wie a ye misa ye nyina ho from national to branches say ye mu ahe ena bia busumi aso na me say me 2 cities a ye deals no ye deals e 2 cities pe nipa ahe ena yakwa akotua na so they demand say SSA mo brain bibi ewo ye branches no na ye ko ye adwuma SSA ye nya bibi a ye de be ye adwuma most of the time it is on the shoulders of the members of parliament inti ye ndua deals here ade we so ye nya business yi. How do we support the branches? A yeaba, obi babe ware, welfare issues. How do we support it? Inti de biano, omwa ombotomu, eye deep kakrano. Then we are all falling on them. Nasabe, yen ye falling on omwa ombotom ewo biye. Nasi ye bani ye chade ya, usi ye nyini free. Nye ka ye de be ma wono, ye de be kwa komano, because oyisika. Ediko ye party adwuma obi be gina be say na nkrofo top party ena de o mpese obi be top party na pese wunya the exclusive writer pay your dues 22 cedis no enu na ye betumi e de arane party no sometimes we are forced to say yeah special cards yeah special donation cards special just to make a friend say a room for people are omunsem ewobia ombetumi ede aboaye especially in opposition very difficult but sanka ne papa mu na anka ye nyina ye tua ye 22 cedis dues the party will not lack money and say party branches no na support to party ni say there's no way a branch be bekasa obekasa obebu no enimtia and you know it is something that we must consider going forward because
interesting
it's becoming a little of a challenge.
Before I make paragraph on the same issue, no, the watch chemu nyina no. Me no ya adwen na me the last week kwade na me yem hyehyɛ me kakra say. Oh, Sarah, mo check your monitor no. Me no ya adwen pa but last week me the me adwen ho kwade afi na me suru say Sebi baby aye koi sebio se enyansafo ne omo watu ho ache ne ade nyina e be kakra ye nya omo nsom ye bio mu
no correct you see one sad thing and say once me sha say me can say obi ho kra na onye interested po e ma na adwunum so be di MP ya na etugu na sum say onkoye MP but nyame anim no kre nipa ahe ena sika ye spend e we politics mu ne no ombetumi a spend nipa ahe only a few people and you see fighting corruption is not lip service and fighting corruption wo opposition is easy to say we mu yakronfo e ba chioma tum ena de yes no kre however what is the stance to say wo oba abema obebi before the first thing to consider is how you attained office say me wa heya me benzi tintin ya metimu yi na obi ehume
benzi ya ma no anye de anka nkofo je afi nsem no
na obi aba osi akomehu potentials Prado nie V8 nie me rebrandel every month biano I'll give you an impress of 10,000 spend it on your supporters and all that na ye dimu sa na me wini odwen se ma ho offend no ma me Prado no exactly enunti no obeye demands bia ebi onim se mi ye wini a ebi a ye de me kwa kwhye port anase ye de me kwa kwhye DVLA anase ye de me kwhye forestry ana bibi and sad people so they have their way of lobbying for their boys into Rebecca say munfa ko kwhye ha emame I may be the face there I may be the voice there but there's a power behind me Rebecca tell me say abrantie me the document be aba sign and the way our finance what left so obetumi ahwere ni maka chance won sign it obe sign it that is where ono so ebenya niema entia or the sponsor awon and that is it intino say opese oye a very clean campaign one kasa will be uni bi o kakra na ode ye ade a wo spend ya how so you are not going above budget and all those things. If you are able to do that, that is where you have the power to say no. Sometimes let's look at candidates also. Let's look at candidates because any pakura o kwakoto aba amano no ne principles ye den wo susu a wo kwakoto amano no wan kasa so principles ye den ye ncheni wan fa ma ye nto ma wo obepa aba no peba bia de aka no ono so bedwene ne yire ne ma ho se ne be ya obesa so ape bia to ho na chena ba bebisa no and it has gotten to a point ahụ some MPs, some appointees, some ministers and all those things, they don't even respect the branch executives. They don't even respect constituency executives. Because at the end of the day, you can obeka say yem konkoche. Inti ye kwakoche sikana. Metumi achache obi antimi wini. Into ba me hokra metuma pam wake kan de me pa chiro mi wi amasa so aka chiro say masa ahemra chimi ye me bo me punu mu. You get it? Because you know say mo value ne say ye chiche 500 Ghana, ye chiche 1,000, ye chiche mobile phones asa. And the most powerful one say koto trabe
never balance.
I don't know. Obama say sikano ya park or table so say we ni be hu pa e bia say na sikano cry fresh no cry na esa so o ko na na o wadwum yes yam fa ma o kotwa o ko to twa no aba be fa
do o mo ko ba so ayre mo
yes o de be kire de be ma o another strategy bi so say obi o ho twa wi a na wa forward am obi se be ono so koto wi a na omo sense hu sa technique no into the bible hu say ye forward da na say wo camera picture ni mu ansa na ye twa o asemo because every ma kokoto amawa na minim say bia ye group of 10 enti empese be to amawo ankenye ska enti a enti ba kokoto a no a forward am ankrofo 10 enti omo so mo ba no mo de aba be kire say ya to anu ni ya to anu ni ba say wan kasa na to twa ya ye be hu e wo camera ni me hu wo was a forwarded message ana bibi you know.
It's a difficult thing.
It's a difficult thing. But we must.
And I'm a friend. Mo nan kanya topic we na me pese ya kan.
But we ani anko ho.
Bibia. No, but ako menya sure say topic bi organ ha na important journey. Okay. Ampa because I'm looking at young guys.
Look for me to send me. Young guy like me.
With the paragraph with the nyamisi enka no kre. Me hu unche te say ako. We have been in the trenches so. Show we so. Ya brepa. And me from minim there ako betimi aye. And you look at him, people like him. Now up a political position. Just say okopesi ka oni edeba. And MPs bebre o ha almost gracia e edakaso.
Exactly.
Bank train say e bitu ya no maji. But di esgracia na wi. Ebi esgracia no mo de kwakoye primary see and all that. It is a basa ha sebiu. First no ananka ye chini ekope teacher ni so potem ha mami we baran na se wako e krache.
Yeah.
Momi enko hunu ne enko pa ne chew. Na onso na nkasa na mpanifo na wo ho na nkasa akwa akohwehwe na omo ase ne de wokọ sika bia ni baabia e ba ne sign na de edu baabia ma ezi awo pagrevuti we so obokọ abu akwa no fampa me nsuro pa menka wanya no fukura abaka se we de one say sika kra fi sa break o kan down but aba no we spend about 2 million Ghana cedis
and okay
it's all you see I didn't make us say ne honu sha ne say your constituencies bi so ha ye bu ne say o wini primaries no o ye MP.
It's a major election.
Major elections.
Major election.
O wini ye na because no say a MPP a stronghold. It will be very difficult for NDC to win. Into who major one no. As I said, who BBR to so no a primaries. Some of the things you do, they say one. Or call supporters no. You must maintain them. And maintaining them is financial. The second thing, as also you say, you must also be moving into your opponent's stronghold to make sure say ubenya miensa enan bi branches bi atweomo ababeka wo ho. And sometimes that one is even more expensive than maintaining your own people. Uwie so a mo babeto abana nkasa no your promises be a obeye. And the truth is say yes. The day of the elections no is as crucial as anything. Ada babeto abano. A bit to me call high hotel. A company pa ewo hotel nim. One with the mindset to say to me any interactions with anybody until say move free hotel hona you are going straight to the voting center to go and vote into other people no and as for no so no omunim say what say omo market because obi ohwo a wa na dwene so obeje ha into when yakwa camp no next we depriving from other your friend is saying prospective aspirant esesanka ordinary bill ekwochire omo into we deny no next who say na wutua kese pa ewo ho not answer we no yeah no more of a nationalistic view into examples ni bi o amon cheme. There was I've forgotten this man's name. Oka say ono de wasesa ni sika kra into dollars.
No yeah baby ani
anyaso kwanta bekwai. Oso ono kra de he has prepared sika no de egu ho wasanso asesa no in dollars say the bear it will not lose value. Adiomo ayoma dwene so other people have decided to pay he will pay twice that amount. As at the point that onye sika kra the opponents ever betray you. But to say whatever they are willing to pay, I'll pay double of that amount. Inti say bia we a young person teacher ni be with potentials. Now ope say o contest such a person. O goodwill no ebekwa kwakusi ahe. O goodwill no ebewo baby die. But ebekwa kwakusi ahe. Mekai bimbila by elections yede yi Nitiwo. Nitiwo was a teacher. Meboa.
Pa.
Wakwa kwachra de oba NMPP for mpenifo. Ya boni din o ma ye sebe hu say he's loved by the people. And ye peke Nitiwo. He won the elections. On this car, he didn't spend anything. The goodwill was there. And then, how many of us can have that opportunity? Everybody is nursing some constituency for the baby, for the wafa CB, for the nuebi. Wapaki sika na so $1 dollar. Aguho senebeya. A drew so they will pay and support it. Into yen ni bana our potentials are area ho nyina no apart from assembly elections a bad day so before akosoro. You understand? We can only get there when we believe, say, we want to do an honest thing. And the honest thing, no, why not? Sikeni bena obetena say me mao a fair opportunity. Why? Onim say ni weapon no sika osusu goodwill no fa betoto me de ho. And you see, yen as a people, Ghana for ye nukre isa. Let me say it in all humility and not to disrespect anybody. Nukre ne say ye nukre isa. Somebody can be with you. One kasa wa down for one kasa unuya. He believes in you, believes in your potentials. But advice or the man say, bra, onuya, adi ubeya, dia kope busu ya kope sika. Now what tare me who I believe me no, who believe you say, me kope sika. No any sika ni no enko prayer.
No when you be
no when you be then I must as well forget it. Because say nyasa, me kobo busu ya na say, me winia, mayeden. And if would Jimmy dino, you must be the one who will speak. Say, Mamma yendi sikechi. Yene asumesi enko. Na ono ene betumi abuayen. Na wo person who call the area is like the friend is saying David ni Goliath. Yeah, for so ne say share akotade share nyama ebema oni Goliath eshia. O say no nyama ho oden. Me ma ho oden no eye. Sa eniema ya media ye training na dia medikum sebo dia medikum we no eye me ankasa me amini. I don't need those ammo. Now people who believe in you, I believe who say your ammo must be money. Then it means that practically politics we have lost it.
Paragraph.
Nanayao.
Paragraph.
Ako edi yenim.
Madam Fubion. Yefeno Elfrida. Elfrida Waku. Was so twen pa utie de obeka pa. Or the any plans.
Elfrida Waku. Nanayao patrochi anoma me meba no.
Oba no.
Nanayao. Nyame nka no kre ako edi yenim. Waka nsem bebre a ebeboa yen. Who say Nana so send the machine jeans send them never hanu. Not just many abri pa because Ceciano yeah the kenten enenam. Edi should be able to mira ajikakra. Edi akwa pray ye primary see major election ayekoi.
Most rest akwa chama delegates.
Mia kasa meniema me won de mikra enso ese obuabua ho na onya backup. But really all throughout the day me busuafo me nuanom mo US edin komo say hey inti ade sa na tie o say oka 2 million akoka say sha iti say 2 million sha na so the $1 mukra that say $200,000 in sha $200,000 a total 3-bedroom house a 3-bedroom house 1 year like a 4-bedroom house for $200,000 now say $200,000 sir now say you are looking by estimation between $400,000 approximately for a primaries a deep concern now a very very deep concern. Esan say your sumejuma na peso ba na besum. But meeting wo me constituency nya o kasa wia o mse ne kra ne saying. And you know say me to be fair, this is the first time me going to local politics. And politics, you know, the locality of it in the man who say yes, we any proper politics, you know. And then national the we agrono when the polling station executives, you know, I can't trust honorable. Machine made a coin foom no head na say 1,005. No be fraud no pay we numera kai. As I can't trust honorable. Spraying machine say made a coin foom no so no. E so to be mommy. School fees, house rent, obi wedding, naming ceremony, birthdays, funerals.
And I'm a crack was here. I'm sorry about for there.
Ubechani kwesiada sorry crap bar for here.
Mami fa ketu ebi nka ho on the asori there no ho. You see, sometimes I wonder. Sa period yi mu no, and I sorry bebre ye fundraising. Ye we are near free MP, ya free aspirants. Mumetria kakra MY. I sorry bisa say, how do they get their money?
It's anyhow, very difficult. But whatever it is, you know, where your system I say is being created. A bet check a cra and sana you to me.
Would you say, baby, I am namui? More for end be or end inside. Bibi muhu bibia actually say, baby, I am namui ye because realistically, me passes say, we are university professor. Now say open PhD, forget it. Pasha corner on the chair. Call professor who the entire say utia delegates for we. Make I say na me a fence me first degree na might be a not chair political science Dr. Bonsan. Or sini kumi and grandson no here na dwen say obeko to corner catch on say moha munhwe ntosi e wa ha but dear ni ade wa say ni yi nyina me ba me we ni I feel there. Why I know who say nkofo ask o matu ni din ewi ase no matu ni fufu MP I say also I'm got to about because no na you say no university professor o dia o say about no nya 3 votes 3 no nya e but enka wo hwe knowledge wise nipa no ogina parliament na okasa wo say nipa we ni mudu Ode mama yen hwe first pa obete se kenjira sanom omo ba papa usu ankomanom JH Mensa ekufu ado Dr. Kofi Konedu apreku I mean
heavyweights
heavyweight massa Felix Ousu Japan Abraham Juma Odum Abambagbenom omo ba ijale ET Mensa otumo se nkofo no mu odu I said, no, you are only Shani Bonnie Ducanas or MP. Away. You get it?
I do.
We are losing it as a people. And how long should we continue to see this happening?
Nanayao, say, Jumani Bebreno, Ejina, so say, arms of government, no Mosumoka. Inti Ejina Mosu, Esa Engina Yeso. But say, Nana, say, Yemubia fire Juanco Jimua. So, Nayanko Sresre. Uncle Tonton ye never be a war and their enfa amba a memonumwa. Naturally say be a level playing ground no yen to mean komubi. So sa koko more by ye and no see her or can wasem ye. Inti ako next time obeko ABA MP or standing for primaries for MP. Send yanko for buano for the national na ombesa buani biem. It's as omo hu akwejuma a omaye. Sa suna eja ayokoi we fro brabeji 1 beji 2 beji 3 beji 4 na obu ano ti na but na what bia we constituency bia one spending na nye wo 10 no 20 no 30,000 na what bia we constituency
na o adwuma we twa okase adwuma we twa okase
na what bia we constituency
are you okay with this system?
I am not okay. How can I be okay? Nana, I cannot be okay with this system. Because compare system now compare with the economic lifestyle of the people in the constituency. They are living above their means. And I've said it. Say Nanayao, Oko constituency executives in fear, even polling station for fridges omojiji here from previous election, TV omojiji here from previous elections. They can't even watch it. Because voltage, any electricity bills, it's a boy bra. Literally. They can't even sell it. Almost to me in Do you see how it is? It may last rounds I mean in the constituency. I mean in Mekatron will say it is any I can say December ba Christmas ba obeto akoko obeto when I'm say yeah standing your door so kakra. So bia so the akoko ba mo akoko be doso. So na Mekatron. And I'm so bia so see the mo ba mo be doso. Inti me boache na kwade. Sometime no na entry election in January. Na ke be in February. And I'm say me boache na kwade. Mwedi mi bro nyewie na mabra mu sika kakra mo de betua school fees because minim say after December no January wo han betua school fees. See election no akọ January ne de. Na chese agro na ye kodi wo honum no delegates on benye mo be doso. Because ni obi ade mo be ko.
Say omo di bro nyewie no abra omo den.
Sika kakra dia kotua school fees.
Tu bro ya de untua bi.
Na me strategy no.
Seat no pay.
Oh, na ya.
Akoka ka bi show ni ano.
No, Debbie say. Let's be real. Nipa e kwa kojina konia no. Enye nipa ba ko enye nipa mienu. Nipa miensa ne 9. Obia de akokọ bebrel. That's the truth. Ghana ha no ade e de chene is simple. Obia de akokọ bebrel. Obia de amu bebrel. Obia de nkosua bebrel. Yesa na nkosua bedoso. Ana se wonkokọ abedoso. Sa sika ne ye de beto akokọ ye de beto kosua ye de beto we no. Se me bo media no na me de ma sika. Obetumi de atonsa. Ana me bo ana na ya. Say them yeah, we don't replicate it. But some person, catch honorable, who they replicate it. Ye penisa. You see, say the but really, nana a system is very difficult. You see, a system is very difficult. Yes, so open baby from Nipana Watu Abama na. Now you're very difficult because move are stretching Nipano. You see, especially at places I must say be more brainy panel. More brainy panels, so Nipano beba musika mpesa mutu abamano. You see, it's a bomodina yeshe how we can be able to change the system. But it's not a one day issue. So, any one day issue. Idea it will take a bit of time kakra. We'll do our best. Kakra ne one ye be momo. Na ya say good conscience would also play. Ebi ana me 2 million budget no. Enu na menya. Ebi ana obi kra 6 million. Ana 7 million. Ana me 1 million. Bibi kakra mi kra no. E be momo. Maka chomo say mo hwe me policies am dia toto honum. Na mo hwe say policies yam dia toto we. Say youth development, capacity building because oba be constituency young people. By this time yi omo titi eduase. Omo numwe. Omo titi eduase. That's what they do. So, in person me youth development in capacity building. Say the ya memu wanakasa will have a sense of direction for their future.
What is abe we da? The abrewa be diama ebura bane ne hia. What is that?
Yes, ebi so say wenum na say wo to a
na ebe. Enti dwen ho. But I'm scared.
Yeah, you have to be scared
because
I'm scared. On say obisa question be say are we seeing a change? And I said we hope to see a change anytime soon. Unfortunately, I don't. I'm saying this because meba ewo JSS and also okwa pray dining hall prefects and we are nipa 3. So obisa me say into okwa onko kasen na me say to me at your age you cannot reinvent the wheel. Kokano crash room say obe make sure say aduane amudi no quality on catch room say you make sure say food are served timeously, hot meals, say. If they have concerns about food too, you carry it to administration and all that. Oko school by now, I didn't catch me. Daddy, I said whatever you told me to say, but they didn't clap. So I added that I'll make sure that the school starts serving pizza and everybody started clapping.
With your butro.
I said, okay, no, nobody was clapping. I said, that is why I told them that I'll make sure the school serves pizza.
That's right.
I said, be started so urban inside. And I'm sure, if this is it, then it means to say the future is very bleak. Very bleak. Because even if, say, school decides, say, once a week, I'm going to serve pizza, it's parents who are going to pay. Our parents prepared to pay pizza at this time, school fees, and maybe it's impossible. But that is what the itchy ear wants to hear. And he's 13. In the next 5 years,
Obetuaba.
Okaidi Okoka was school and crofo a ball
Pizza.
That is how he's going. If Okwa could decide here, what are you offering? Okay? Adia ehu ba ko ne se ye nananom ye papanom eka say we should ask what we have to do for the nation and not what the nation has to do for us. I think it's Efremamo and I say Obi
It was one of the U.S. presidents.
U.S. president.
U.S.
Yeah.
president. Okay. Say what will do for our nation and not what our nation will do for us. Ene obia oko abem looking up to say, how can I milk the system? How can I outwit the system to favor me ankasa me personal need and as me personal gains? You see, as I speak to you, will you believe that national executives are not paid? But people believe say national executives are paid. And now say you have a way of making money, or you should use your position to have a way to make money.
JF Kennedy.
And bring them their share.
Into sometime obi to me the bills be brewan will be so say. So do you know we are in opposition? How can somebody help you with this? And some of the demands very outrageous. There's one ibia aye radio no ne can add ne. O de pon ametuma kan o betumi de one answer, but it happened to me. Tamana me assembly member. And me nane ne kakra na enye yi. Obi a maware na nyankopon en nyame adom ema me yere emfa afu. No bi aba be hu se ono de wa akwakofa afu na osuro nti ono hia wo sika akoyi egu wo soso nyame nnum obi o na se me de mawo na nyame ka se em se wan ka se wo hia ni penti no say ya na den na akwakoka kire nyame na fe asofo na ekwakobre en na me se sebe my religious belief, you know, I cannot go this route. I can't help it. Idea, ye boatia abofrani school fees kra ni nyina betete ye moremu ede aboa. Ekoya asem kese ede maame. Sem onko kano kra no susu o. Bo beka say me ko akoho ko sre na de awanye.
Osa didi matem kra guso.
Asem no susu a ontumi enka.
I mean kanketo into de o kan eso. Chema je no ase no ne MP baako e wo class omusua de. E na MP ni nya call free the constituent baako. Honorable. Yes, honorable. Yes, all of a sudden my wife has given birth.
All of a sudden. And them say, my minute 9 months. All of a sudden, yeah.
You know, say me and me receive a call. Papa bi o say ne ba ko ye surgery. Wetia o. Inti ese me ba na mbetia half. Wetia wie na say mbetia half.
Because
but mama ko she o kakra because o ye nya nto so aba. Enema bebre o ho a memmo so. Say na be yankro be ka say, "Hey, honorable dear."
Okay, no de ko. Okay, no do.
Let's spare you that for the sake of elections because people may, you know,
use it against you.
Use it unfortunately against you.
But ako you benya fine brains biom our politics. Because em say be 2 weeks or so ni o te speaker so kan ho asem.
Yeah.
I say or GB say the quality of brains in parliament no compared to that time no I say bafom. And you see this current speaker what parliament do from 1992.
Yes.
Abesine.
Yes.
The 8th parliament now holding in no. He's been part of all the 8 parliaments. So he knows what he's saying.
He knows what he's saying.
Yeah.
And you see, I would not also link the issue of finance to it. As a bet said there, omo ho nyina so na sebe etesa. I'm saying this because obi oho out of the experience in no say or the kakra bi ka ho kra na obi wini. Ye wo obi so ho a and I say or encrophobia or what, they do things on principle. The second Speaker of Parliament, what's his name?
Second year, and this Esiama.
Esiama, yes. For somebody to go independent, MPP strong area.
And this Esiama.
Na when Chiabibia, na we to me a na patre say ne constituency so no. Omunim ne kakra. And they know his commitment and what they can do. Omjinidi. What I say. So those are the kind of people yenim say people will not look at sika omuchia, but jidia omwonimu no omobeshe you know. What my fear rather is, and say Nanayao, I may sit on your set and say me dogana essay NDC. Me akogan. I'll sit here and say it. But truly, me ni ye bi so a me ye no okukuem no. Ebe kire say me do NDC esen Ghana. I am being frank. I am saying this because enye bibia no bi kan radio so. Enye bibia no bi kan ejina asore dem eka. Enye bibia no obi be jina TV so aka eye the true picture. As a national officer no, I go beyond my means to make sure say my party wins 2024 elections. Sometimes either fair or foul means I must make sure say I get committed to my party winning power. But ankani papa mua ankameka said there if it will take ABCD and sana ebe win dia, I will not do it. Because Ghana first. But the truth so say opposition so ya.
Come on, yeah.
And nuntino, sometimes you bend some rules to make sure say you have your way. You make sure say your party wins. Truth and say adia sometimes quality at the parliament or quality of appointment of chief executives and all that. And they say because in fact, if you love Ghana more than you love your party, your appointment be crana, you will not dream of doing it. Your uncrophobia or so do Ghana pana. And then civil servants crano, they must bend their back to please the government to make sure say yen transfer no. And now say ye nyini in free one I say ye no bibia ono empe. And nunti government be a baby no. He bows anka eso catcher and say this thing cannot be done or must not be done. If indeed ye nyina ka say about soma, it must not be done. But the EBD then we sacrifice our nation for our political interests. And that is where the problem is coming.
I agree. Poor me na menko.
Ananaya. Yen dey say him say about to na fe ni e kwakọ 20. You catch the league so mon kai. You beba be sro mo. Because so any omu edi nkomo. Ni o we say de mo ya eja otu ahen si ahen. Ombe save kakra. Ti ye mom bi ombe save. Se ne be ya ye kodu ne ekoto aba so makai na ya hwese ne betumi aso mo man na bom.
Gordon. For me.
Empempreso a yedri ene no say ye de be ye oman adwuma ya ma me ye party adwuma Kesseh. Into ye besre na as much as possible no, let's have a lot of sacrifices for our mother Ghana. I'm saying this because your niema be brave or it is not beyond us. Your niema be brave or ene se oka say ye pese ye stop importation of some items in poor. Obetumaka say it doesn't need a legislation. But say me decide say mindi a more every Vietnam, every China, every baby. I'll look out for Ghana rice and buy. Me nyusu tomato be a ya import it ediaba. I'll make sure say I use tomatoes ya ewo Ghana any de keke ka ho a me assure say omo de banan kasa no naturally no will reduce it and I say they will stop it unless a product be a yenye ewa ha aminya alternative be and I say a competing one and also so Emma directed towards this 24-hour economy because most of it will be driven by internal production and all that. We must have a will to support Ghana, a will to support what is made in Ghana, and no enebeboayen amaye to me etumpon. So you bet me to your car as on my, you bet me create a juma as on my. Ninyina be depend sacrifices are nyina ye towards our nation Ghana. Nana amedase.
Gordon, me so medase pa Belgrave. Madam Aswai.
Nana yedase.
And then my friend Monanka ye beka 24-hour economy. And then the key pillars are 24-hour economy no. Ejina so whether it is feasible for the Ghanaian system or not. Nanki ye ba beka wasem ne. But koma and never be a defy and so be because imagine say Peggy budget and Kawajan Fiesa, enti or compare parliament, may say 2 million Ghana cedis, which is 30 or 20 billion. Or say, Anson. Anso, baby, Anso, 2 million Ghana cedis, 30 or 20 billion. Anso. And this uncle for when on Minya Sescan de Con, Obia, the Minya Sesca with the Aquana. My own home. Ya knew who ye are datching. Ibe di edo kono kwa na ebeba be bua bo ebe bua bo men so duru ha my emblem obi a we caused it me command speech as all be frame na me command speech me no kasa na me ka kire mo say ya na say politicians are corrupt by yen ye corrupt yen politicians and me say me kira say ti I say yeah a free a friend say rural areas no ade china se ote se MP aba obekọ MP fie no line no wo hot se ha ne eitesa no obia ba MP o ka so be den oba MP oba MP oba den obajiska enti enu se MP enko no na ni mu aye den aye ha ana make bi so mo say na wo fi se seska na wo sore ya na wakoje na wo sore ya me bo afode wo sore ya me ire aye se wo sore ya me ba aye se no mo ka se MP no nya no wen onya no wan sika o de be somo no en no de be saade no enti mo mayi nyina ye hwe ni ye enti ako meda wo ne paragraph asepa se nwume mo makwan e ma ye discuss sa topic we but menim say paragraph so called the primaries ni wi a kwa ba mu a sa topic we a ye besen aka ho asem na ya hwe de ye nsuso ye famu de ye betumi aye na ye de aboa ya me inshira mo meda masepa am say for Godwin Akogan and afi paragraph boache dankwa Paragraph ya MPP ni ena Godwin enso ye NDC ni omomie no na me no twetwe nkomo de ya frame Nana ya Kesseh wetin frame the Cardinal Patricia Silva Fisher Elizabeth Ejin Prince Bafo Asamoah Samuel Apia Henry Kwesi Minka ena afei Man Sadat omo hihye na me di ho chiame the radio asomdwe eja mo nyina ya frame Nana ya Kesseh obetumi aframe the Cardinal Pakram